On Christmas Eve, one tradition demands something radical. No meat, no poultry, nothing that walks on land, only what swims. This is La Vigilia, Italy's ancient Christmas Eve ritual. And the version you know, it would make Italians back home absolutely furious. But the most shocking part hasn't even hit the table yet. December 24th, La Vigilia di Natale, the Vigil of Christmas. In southern Italy, from Naples to Sicily, Bari to Palermo, Christmas Eve isn't a celebration, not yet. It's a waiting period, a sacred pause before the birth of Christ. And for centuries, that meant one thing: fasting. Catholic religion says you must abstain from meat. The body had to be purified before the holy day. Fish wasn't meat. Shellfish wasn't meat. Eel, definitely not meat. The sea became salvation. And what they created became a feast so elaborate, so controversial, that when it crossed the ocean, it transformed into something unrecognizable. You've heard of the Feast of the Seven Fishes. Italian restaurants in America advertise it. Food blogs write about it. Families plan entire menus around it. Here's the problem. Most Italians in Italy have never heard of it. In Italy, it's called La Vigilia, the Vigil. The number 7, pure symbolism. 7 sacraments, 7 days of creation, 7 virtues. But actual Italian families, some made 5 dishes, others 9, some 15. Nobody was counting. The goal wasn't a magic number, it was abundance, gratitude, community. So where did 7 fishes come from? And what happened when this ancient tradition landed in America? A real Italian Vigilia isn't exotic. It's not expensive. It's whatever the Mediterranean provides in December, preserved for months, soaked for days. The cornerstone of the meal: garlic, olive oil, white wine, clams, nothing else. Small fish, squid, shrimp, fried until crisp, cold, marinated in lemon. Simple. In Naples, this is non-negotiable. Good luck for the new year. And yes, it's as intense as it looks. Notice what's missing? Butter, cream, complex sauces, garnishes. Italian cooking isn't about hiding the fish, it's about making fish taste like fish. Olive oil, sea salt, lemon, garlic, local, seasonal, honest. The meal starts at 8 p.m. It ends at midnight. 4 hours of eating, talking, existing together. Then it crossed the Atlantic. Late 1800s, early 1900s. Millions of Italians arrive in America. They're poor, displaced, desperate to hold on to their roots. So they try to recreate La Vigilia. But America changes everything. Geography. Italian Americans aren't living in coastal villages anymore. They're in Pittsburgh, Chicago, Cleveland. Fresh Mediterranean fish, gone. What they get is whatever survived 3 days on ice, shipped from who knows where. Success. In Italy, life was simple. In America, they own restaurants, shops, homes, and nothing says we made it like putting lobster on the Christmas table. Shrimp cocktail with jarred cocktail sauce, lobster tails dripping drawn butter, clams casino topped with bacon, scallops wrapped in more bacon, Cioppino a San Francisco invention, crab legs cracked with mallets, bacon, on Christmas Eve, on a fasting day. Do you understand how wild that is? But here's the fascinating part. Italian Americans became obsessed with counting. Is that 7? We need exactly 7 fish. Meanwhile, back in Italy, nobody's counting. They're just cooking. The American version wasn't about humility anymore. It was about excess. Bigger, more expensive, more variety. La Vigilia became a status symbol, proof you'd made it in the new world. In Italy, La Vigilia is still religious. After the meal, families walk to midnight mass, together, in the cold. The feast is the vigil, the sacred waiting. In America, for some Italian Americans, the religion faded. But the tradition survived. It became identity, memory, connection, a way to prove, I'm Italian American. a way to honor grandparents who spoke broken English and died decades ago. And here's the question that haunts every third generation Italian American. Is what I'm doing authentic enough? You're eating lobster. Your great-grandmother ate salt cod. Are you honoring her? Or have you lost something irreplaceable? Here's the truth. Traditions don't survive by staying frozen. They survive by adapting. The spirit of La Vigilia was never in the exact dishes. It was in the gathering, the hours at the table, the generations together, the stories told, the arguments about whose recipe is better, whether you're eating eel in Naples or shrimp scampi in New Jersey. If you're surrounded by family, laughing too loud, staying up too late, eating too much, you're doing it right. But there's one ingredient that makes Italian food purists lose their absolute minds. I promised you the most controversial element, the thing that makes Italians in Italy genuinely angry. It's not the lobster, not the bacon, not even the shrimp cocktail, it's cheese. Italian Americans love putting parmesan on seafood pasta, pecorino romano on linguine with clams, mozzarella baked over fish. In Italy, this is forbidden. There's an old saying, pesce e formaggio non si sposano. Fish and cheese don't marry. Mixing them is considered peasant food at best, disgusting at worst. In Italy, putting cheese on your Christmas Eve seafood is like, I don't know, putting pineapple on pizza. Wait, who wrote this script? Pineapple on pizza is delicious. It's worse than that, something like eating roast pork on Good Friday. Nonnas will shake their heads in disappointment. But in America? Pass the parm, Uncle Sal. This one detailed cheese on seafood explains the entire transformation. Italian Americans took the rules and made them optional. They took scarcity and turned it into abundance. They took a religious fast and turned it into a cultural celebration. Both are valid, but they're not the same thing. So here's what I need to know. Are you Team Italy or Team America? Would you eat eel on Christmas Eve? Or are those lobster tails calling your name? Do you put cheese on your seafood pasta? Or does that make you cringe? Drop a comment down below. Tell me your family's La Vigilia tradition. Hit the like and subscribe if you want more videos on food traditions that got completely transformed when they crossed borders. This Christmas Eve, whether you're in a fishing village in Puglia or a suburb in New Jersey, whether you're eating bacala or butter poached lobster, remember, Christmas doesn't begin with what's on the table. It begins with who's at the table. Just don't tell Nonna we like Hawaiian pizza.